Hello and welcome back. So this is going to be my square up of the Valentine's Day live stream, the positivity stream that I did the weekend just past. Greetings, my name is Nigel Mayo and this is my channel Salad Cream Boy. If you're finding me for the first time, then this channel is devoted to improving the mental state of anyone who has to deal with things such as anxiety and depression, but it can be for anyone who's watching. So this video is going to be a bit different from what I've done in the past. Today I'm going to be squaring up a few comments and a few issues that had arisen from my last stream. This one was the one I'd done on Valentine's Day evening to promote positivity and just combat loneliness for anyone who might be spending this time alone. So today I'm going to be addressing a few comments and a few issues that have arisen after that past live stream. This isn't necessarily just comments that have come through on YouTube, but also things that have arisen that have come through other platforms and other people. I just want to bring some clarity to some of the things I said that may not have been clear, and also I want to take you through a few announcements that are coming soon and to reiterate a few things that I'm going to be changing on this channel. I'll also be announcing a new giveaway that will be coming soon, so please stay tuned. Okay, so the first question that I've been asked, and this isn't in the YouTube comments, this is from people that I personally have known and a couple of people on my Facebook. So why didn't I do a sleep video for last weekend? Because I'm doing a 10-part series on how to get sleep fast for people with anxiety, etc. I'll put a link in the description for the playlist for that, because I believe on my 4th or 5th video by now. So the big reason really is that I wasn't really well enough to do it. Now the thing is, with my videos I do it in bulk, so when I record something I don't just record a video that I'm going to be bringing out that day. I record say about 2 or 3, so I'm about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even on a good day 4 weeks ahead of what I actually post. So any video that you're seeing, except for this one and all the live streams, because well you know, they're live, all that isn't being done there and then. It's been done about 3, 4, however many weeks ago. So the thing is, because I was sick and I wasn't with it, I wasn't just sick as in you know, or anything like that, wasn't really. And I know with this channel I'm supposed to be supporting people with mental health, but I also have my own mental health that I deal with, and I wasn't in the right place to do it. Thing is as well, I had to take 3 weeks off work where I just wasn't any use to anyone. However, there will be a video that's coming out this weekend, which will be the next installment of the 10 videos, and that'll be coming out, I believe, 8 o'clock GMT on Sunday night. At the recording of this video, I've actually got a week off work that's actually planned. This is my annual leave, so I'm doing a bit of catch up with my videos at the moment. So the videos that I'm going to be recording, not necessarily editing because that's a completely different process. So the videos that I'll be recording throughout this week, these are the videos that theoretically should be going into, say, mid-March. So the next thing that I was asked is what actually happened to me. So I'm not going to really go through any big detail, but the gist of it was, at the beginning of this infection, I had a bit of a scare. I was on the floor, I went down to stroke, pet, whatever analogy you want to use. I just basically wanted to bring some attention to, give attention to my rabbit that's named Ghost. And when it come to me getting back up, I couldn't. Not because my legs, arms or anything were in pain or anything. There was this block and dizziness, and I just physically couldn't get up. Now the thing is, and I've mentioned this in a good amount of my videos now and possibly live streams, I live alone, and when you're in a position like that where you physically can't get up, short of calling the ambulance, I tried messaging a few people. I called my wife, who is an American citizen. She doesn't actually live with me right now. She is over here at the moment for about 6 months, maybe. We're still dealing with that right now. Iffy situation, it's another video for another time. But on hearing what's happening to me, because it could have been, you know, the situation that's going on around the world right now, she wanted to get over here fast, regardless of what that might mean. It was one of the first flights that she could get, which is what you would do when your loved one is in trouble. You go out to help them. I do exactly the same for her. So the thing is, okay, I got some medicine and the actual infection cleared up quite well. I'm very rarely coughing from it by now because there was some residual coughing, but all of that seems to have gone now. The thing is, carrying on from when I was down on the floor and couldn't get up, and it sparked other things, is that it does scare you to death, and it does alert you and put certain things into perspective, where it's just stupid when you are married, regardless of how long it's taken my wife and I to sort things out, which is still going on, by the way. And it's really stupid to not be there with each other. And the thing is, you kind of forsake everything and everyone else within that as well, because look, when you get married, the vows that you make to each other, it doesn't mean nothing. They're not just words. You really are there through sickness, which is exactly what this is, health. And when you say sickness and health, it means physical health, mental health, everything. And you really are in it together, and you choose each other. So, and the thing is, okay, it's not really good to say that you favor one person above another person, but when it's the love of your life, look, you have to put them first. This is exactly what my wife did, and the thing is, any of the responsibilities came second. And this is exactly, again, what I would do if she was the person who's suffering. So anyone else who may need her, anything else that may need to be done, look, if the person you loved the most was in trouble, would you really act any differently? And again, I say that with in mind the fact that my stream, my channel is all about positivity and mental states and that. But with these square ups, if there's any issues that's been brought to me, I really want to face them head on. So this situation is what it is. It's something that really does need to be done. And let's also put it this way, with this, again, situation worldwide, if I was sick or she was sick and either one of us went to get the other person and things changed for the bad and neither of us could get to each other for a very long time, we don't want to be in a position where we're stuck away from each other for that long time. And this thing can go on a very, very long time. So as any married couple would do, and I don't just say married couple, and even if there were kids involved, which there aren't yet, it's something that has to be done. And for anyone who can't understand that, you need to be married. You need to have that someone before you can understand, really, really properly understand. Okay, so that is kind of the answer to what have I been doing the last few weeks. So the thing is as well, with this YouTube, I have not just, and this is a personal thing, I've not just made it for people, for my audience. Don't get me wrong, having a YouTube channel, your audience is primary for that, but in the act of creating that YouTube channel, I've also done that for myself, and it is helping. Now the thing is, when I turn off this camera, turn off this mic and go about the business, the mental state is going to be completely different. It's the same as when you're at work to when you're at home. Now you put up a front when you're at work and you act differently around people. You might laugh, you might joke, you might do this, you might do that, the other, whatever. Now that would be completely different maybe to what you do at home, like when you first get up in the morning. Now I'm not a morning person, I do not want to be spoken to first thing, but when you go to work, you put on your happy face and then you get to it. Same difference, except for the fact that having a YouTube channel, at least until it get monetized, which will come later, at this point it is a hobby and it is something to keep distracted, it's something to keep focused on, to bring my mindset away from everything else. Now look here, now the thing is, there have been a couple of things over the past week or so that have kind of shook me up a bit, and it's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video now and getting it out on the same day now. I didn't want to wait till the weekend because it's something that can focus me, and it's something that takes your mind off even though I'm talking about said thing right now. And it just does good for your mental health, your soul, whatever you want to say. And the reason why I'm bringing all of this up is because since my last live stream, it's been comments that have been made over the last few weeks, that if I'm supposed to be really bad with my mental health, if I'm supposed to be sick or whatever, why is it that I seem to have a nice smile on my face? Why is it that I'm doing my videos while I'm sick, all the rest of it? It's because the face that you put in front of the camera, the face that you put in front of work, family members, friends, whatever, that is not the same face that you have when you're in private behind closed doors. So I just needed to iterate that. Okay, so this brings me on to the last thing I just want to address. Now, I had a comment on Facebook about the live stream for Valentine's Day, which it first came across as something that was extremely negative, but after reading it a couple of times back to myself, I feel that it is constructive, and I don't ever want to dishearten anyone from leaving a comment on my live stream, on my videos, anything. As long as it's respectful, no swearing, stuff like that, we're all good. This one didn't. I actually found this helpful because it highlighted something that I really need to keep an eye on when doing these live streams. Not necessarily the videos. Yes, the videos, because everyone still needs to watch what they say to a point. But anything on a video I can analyze to hell, and I can edit where I like. It's different with live streams. Unless you are literally reading from a teleprompter word by word, you have to be so careful, and you have to think about every last little thing you say. And this is what that reminded me of. So as much as, okay, there are a few things which were a bit harsh on the comment, that really wasn't needed. I feel like you feel so sad for me. Now look, that comment is coming from a place of, that's just going by exactly what I said on the live stream. And with stuff like that, okay, you can see my face, you can see my inflections and all the rest of it, but it's still something where it's a tiny bit impersonal, and it's somewhat of a text message. Now, you can't tell from a text message, unless you really know that person, whether they're being laughy, jokey, whether they're being sad, angry, or whatever. So one, you're relying on how well you know that person, and you're also relying on emojis, but you can't actually tell what that person is being like with you. You can't get the meaning. You're literally going by the words that they are sending you. And it's a little bit the same here. Now, the words that come out your mouth, unless you personally know me, you're not really going to know what I mean from one second to the next, in the way that what might seem sexist racist to one person would be sexist racist to another one. It's just the way that it's the way people are in it, how the world works. So in that respect, I do need to be more careful with that. I need to plan my live streams out a bit better, not word for word, but I need to plan what I'm going to say in general, better bullet points, and also leave prompts myself. Because look, even though I might come across like I am right now, I might come over a little bit confident sometimes, and sometimes I might be going and I'm like hyperventilating or whatever, and I'm just not feeling it. Now, I've always got anxiety about pretty much everything, including this. Now, this is a hobby of mine until I get monetized, which is going to help so much. And that's not to push anyone to subscribe or anything. But it's just, it really is a hobby. It's something that takes my mind off everything. But even then, when you have that pressure of speaking to a camera where people are watching you live, and it's pretty much the same thing as talking to 100 people in a room. Can't do that now for obvious reasons, but you know, I'm hoping you get what I'm saying. Now, that's one thing there. I was just about to say, you know what I'm saying, but when you do a stream like this or a video like this, you have to be absolutely crystal clear on what you're saying. That's one thing I really need to learn, and to be quite honest with you, learn fast. Because not only am I going to get in trouble, but it's also going to be something, I could say something in the future that could be potentially triggering to the audience that I'm trying to help when I didn't mean to upset them. So, and especially considering this channel is devoted to improving the mental state of those who suffer from things like anxiety and depression, where there's a higher rate of being triggered. That is something I really do need to take on board, and I'm thankful for that person for commenting on my video. And yeah, it's actually helped me. So as much as some things it was slightly harsh, I guess, kinda, but there was the intention behind it. So I do thank you for that, genuinely from the bottom of my heart, because I might not have caught that, and that might have led to trouble down the road. Okay, thank you. Yeah, so I'll get to what I do need to explain what happened there, though, because the person was asking for an explanation and clarity, and it's only fair that I offer it to everyone, not just them. Even though it's in comments, it's good to have it in a video and a square up. So they were saying that I was making some racist and sexist comments, and that I had a mindset of, you know, someone like decades ago. So, yeah, I can look, watching that video back to me, back to myself, I could see it. And I'm so sorry for it. Now, the thing is, I will not apologize for any of my views, because they're my views and opinions. So if you have a different opinion than myself, don't get me wrong, come on, you know, argue with me about it if you want, and I will give you a good adult argument back about it. So the thing is, I have my own opinion on things, and the thing is, I understand that everyone else has their own opinion, and I hope that not everyone has the same opinion that I do, because otherwise the world would just stop if everyone thought the same thing. It's good to have diversity, it's good to have your own opinion. So if you do, I don't want anyone to feel bad for writing anything that might be misconstrued as negative on my posts. The only thing that I'd ask is to be respectful, as YouTube also asks, no swearing or the rest of it, and no calling names where it's not needed, okay? Only my friends are allowed to do that. Okay. So with that being said, I just need to clarify what was going on there. So so it was said that I was making some racist and sexist comments. Now, again, yes, I could see it when I watched it back to me. The thing is, I didn't actually hear myself say those things when I said it on a live stream. Your mind tends to go blank when you go on a tangent and you don't hear yourself properly. I'm hoping other people can relate to that. Comment below if you do. Now, look, when anxiety, when the pressure of talking in front of people, that all gets on you, you start speeding up and you go faster than you actually speak faster than you're thinking. So what happened there, I believe I was speaking about Friday Night Tights, which is a live stream that goes on, guess when? Every Friday night. And it goes on about the state of entertainment, Hollywood, all that kind of good stuff, and woke and what's going on in the media. So because my head went there and I get excited talking about those guys, because not necessarily the subject matter is the thing that you watch it for. Those guys are entertaining as HE double hockey sticks. And there have been times where I've been watching and my eyes water up and my belly is hurting, my stomach is hurting so much because I'm laughing that hard at them. It's so good. I mean, laughter is the best therapy, the best medicine, all that kind of stuff. That's why I watch it. So, but because of the subject matter that they discuss, and my head kind of went there, and I was trying to explain why I liked it, and I kind of said the wrong things. I was just purely going faster than my head could process what was going on. But I am passionate about what I said, but because I wasn't saying it clear, because I was running away in my own head and with the speech, it came out wrong. So I am going to offer clarity now. So the notes that I made here is there was one quote to say that this is actually a quote from one of the last couple of weeks live streams that they had with a guest that said that there's a suspicious amount of women in this scene. Now, that is, yes, a sexist comment, and it doesn't belong on a channel that is focused on mental health and that isn't supposed to be triggering people and isn't supposed to be making any comments like that. I am purely supposed to be bringing positivity into people's lives and improving people's mental state. That kind of talk does not belong here, and I apologize for that. But let's just put it this way, the reasons for this, it was just to promote how, okay, I'm going to say women and people of different races and sexual orientation, all that kind of stuff, in such a way that, the point I'm trying to make, I don't agree with it where people of a certain ethnicity or sexuality or anything else is shoehorned into things rather than bring out the content, the quality content. So instead of focusing on a story and focusing on the acting, focusing on producing and anything else like that, directing. So instead of actually focusing on the job and creating an amazing piece of art, they're more interested in how many women does this have in there, how many black people, how many Chinese people, how many people are gay, how many people are trans, all that kind of stuff. And that's something that, in my opinion, and I'm not apologizing for this, it's my opinion that is destroying our entertainment, because we're more worried about what kind of virtual signaling there is, who's actually going to be able to act properly, what kind of political message or agenda are they going to bat over our heads again. It's getting in the way of actually telling a good story. So look, I'll give you an example to say that I'm not against having these people in there. So Doctor Who, huge example, massive example. Jodie Whittaker, I'm not going to say that she's a bad actress, but she's not right for the part. And they wanted to bring on a female lead so badly that they compromised the search for a good person to do it. And she doesn't have the screen presence, she doesn't have the personality that needs to be over the top when need be, funny in others, and needs to take charge in others. She just doesn't have the range, I'm sorry to say. That's not me trying to put her down or anything, that's not been trying to be negative to her. It's just the fact that she is not right for that role. And the reason why it has came out that she got that role is because Chris Chibnall worked with her on a show called Broadchurch. That's the only reason. I can bet you anything that there wasn't even any other interviews. And even if there were any other interviews, I can guarantee you that they were just for show. He wanted her, not just because of the fact that it's a female doctor, but also the fact that she was down for getting all that political agenda out. And since she's been the doctor, she hasn't really gone out and met people properly. She hasn't gone around the world and all these other things that David Tennant and Matt Smith and Peter Capaldi has really connected to the audience. None of that, because all it's been is just political stuff. And that's it. Storytelling be damned. And that has caused a lot of emotional distress to me and a lot of other people, because the thing that they love the most, or one of the most in their lives, there could be someone who's lonely and someone in the basement who their only joy in life could be watching something like this. It's going to bring a bit of joy into their lives, and the thing that brought them that joy has been just ripped away from them. So I've got a lot of passion for this kind of stuff, and because I've got that passion, resulted in my live stream and what happened then. It wasn't good, it wasn't okay, and it doesn't belong here. So again, I apologize for that. Now, that being said, I don't apologize for my opinion on the matter. I apologize from how it come across and if it triggered or anything else on a stream and a channel that's supposed to be supporting people in their mental health. The other thing that was mentioned in my live stream, which prompted this person to say that I had racist comments in my stream, is I forget the name of the show now, but it was a queen of England, not queen, princess maybe. It was one of Henry VIII's wives that they have introduced as black. Now, look, I have no problem in any kind of recasting, depending on if the show or the film is actually really good and if it makes sense. But if you're going to just blindly replace historical figures, I don't have any time for stuff like that. Okay, she could be a very good actress, but yeah, okay, I am going to say that I haven't watched it. But to be quite honest, I'm not really interested in the kind of show it is. But I just don't like the fact that they're just replacing people like that, and it just doesn't make any kind of sense. It just doesn't. A white actress can do the job just as good, but they decided that they just want to change things because it's the thing to do now in media. That I don't agree with. And it's another example of tick boxing. And if you're going to focus more on the sexual orientation, the race, the gender of the people who you are hiring to play these roles, instead of actually focusing on the story and the content first, I've got no time for it. Now, if it was a recast from fiction, go ahead. As long as they do a good job, I don't care. Just don't mess with history. Just don't do it. So, again, that is just my opinion. Again, I will apologize for the fact that it was in the live stream, but I'm not going to apologize for the opinion again. But what I will say to the person who made the comment, again, thank you for highlighting this. I won't have that kind of talk in my live streams or my videos again. This is the last time that I will be uttering anything like that. However, that being said, any comments that come my way, I will address them, every single last one of them. So if you want to praise me, which some people have, that's great. If people have concerns, that's great. If people really are angry with something that I came out with, comment and we'll discuss. But any feedback, good, bad, other, honestly, I need it, because it's the only way anyone will improve, by constructive feedback. So with all that being said, just another couple of comments that I want to address. I'm literally running off a piece of paper here. So there's another one that said I need to prep in such a way that I don't need to look away so much, which I get. Hopefully soon I'll be getting something like a teleprompter, at the very least a big piece of paper that I can have behind the camera, and I can just look there every so often and it won't be such a big deal. So I'm not going to do like this or like this and just keep looking away all the time. It's not interpersonal at all, and one of the big things that they teach you in like customer service, which what this is to maintain eye contact with the customer, which okay, still need to improve upon even when I'm not reading, but yeah, it's good to take that on board, so thank you for that. The other thing is, yeah, more positivity and less of the other stuff which I mentioned earlier, which okay, no problem. So less promotion. I did go on a bit on my last live stream for Valentine's Day, I admit that. It's mainly because that was my first one for a few weeks or so, however long ago the last one was. That was just basically me trying to get myself back out there again, and I may have gone overboard slightly, but it was just a start-up, a kickstart back to getting back into things again. That's all that was. I'm going to announce now a couple of things, like I'm going to be doing my live streams at a different time on a Sunday. I will now be doing them at 9 o'clock in the evening GMT instead of 8:30. I know it's not much of a change, but it just gives me that a little bit more time to prep. And to be quite honest with you, I've done a bit of research, and apparently a lot more people are on at 9 o'clock, even though it's only a bit further on from 8:30 to 8. So that will be the new time in my live streams, okay? So what that also means, I'll be drinking a bit more coffee. So there is another thing which I do want to mention, is not just the feedback that I got, such as the racist and all that kind of stuff, but I actually have, and I really do need to thank you guys for this. Just lately, I've been starting to get comments through from my YouTube channels. Not necessarily anything that I've done recently. I've had a comment that come through saying thank you so much for this, really relaxing and all that. That came through for my emotional support animals video, and that was ages ago. So I'm really humbled, and I'm really grateful for the fact that people are watching not just the last video that I brought out, but the fact that you're actually clicking on all of my videos. It really does mean so much. It means so much to me, and it also means so much to any YouTubist, as in content creator, that you watch, because every single view you get, every single click, every subscriber, hint hint, wink wink, nudge nudge, every subscriber, every like, every single bit of interaction that you get on YouTube as a creator helps that a little bit more with improving your channel. So before you get monetized like me at the moment, it's going to be quite a while before I do. Every subscriber helps, every view, because that's going towards the point that I will be starting to make money out of this, and that's going to improve the channel. And also, if you guys comment, it will enable me to improve the performance of my channel, better content, such as the comments earlier which I spoke about. It's making me able to improve things so that I can get the best content out for you, because you're the people that matter. Okay, I'm using YouTube for my own means, as in it's something that helps my mental health, it keeps me focused, but my main issue is that I need to be able to get you guys the content that you need, and the content that you're going to enjoy, and the content that you're going to be able to use. That's the most important. So again, with the comments that are coming through on YouTube or stuff that's on Facebook, people who I know personally through WhatsApp and anything else, every single last bit of content from you guys, meaning comments, live chat, anything like that, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. It all helps, and it helps me to help you. Okay, so that being said, announcement time. Exciting. So 9 o'clock is the new start time for the live streams. There are also going to be a load of little changes that I'm going to make into my videos to improve them. I'm not going to say what they are, they're just minor tiny things. I just want to see if you can spot them. I've actually already started doing it over the last few videos. I hope you've noticed. I might mention them in my live stream this weekend. Stay tuned, subscribe if you want to see that. Hint hint. See what I did there. So with my live streams, this is the first announcement. I will be using a new software. It's called StreamYard. You might have seen it in all of your favorite YouTube creators, content creators. When they do a live stream, you'll see a box or some logo at the top corner of their screen, and it says powered by StreamYard. That is what I'm going to be starting to do this weekend, and I'm hoping it's the software that I'm going to be using from now on. I've watched a few tutorials on it. The first video I actually watched is actually brought to you by Primal videos, and I'm going to leave a link in the description, because if you are considering creating your own YouTube channel or anything like that, I strongly suggest that you subscribe to this guy. Also, I would like to do a shout out for Think Media. Again, a link down below. I've followed them for the last 3-4 months, and let me just tell you again, if you want to be a content creator, oh my god, these guys are the best. Subscribe to them right now. So the videos that I watched about StreamYard, and to be quite honest, loads of other stuff, they go into so much detail. A child could understand them. Not just the fact that they keep things simple and you can understand things as they go, but they go into such depth about things that you'd normally think that you'd have to pay for, you know? Yeah. Subscribe to Think Media if you're thinking of starting a YouTube channel, or even if you're not, if you just want to make a few good videos, family videos or something. They offer stuff like that too, which might be it might be prudent and it might relate to YouTube channels, but it could be something that you could use for other things too. So still worth a watch. So again, this is something you might need to subscribe for. If anyone is enjoying the videos about how to get to sleep for the anxious, my next video will be this weekend. It's going to be released at 8 o'clock before the live stream at 9, so people are able to watch that, and then they'll be able to get onto the live stream a bit later, so we can make a night of it together. So yeah, that's going to be starting again this weekend. I will be recording that video straight after the one I'm doing now, and let's see how that one goes. So my last announcement, it's a twofold one. So I'm going to be starting a new video series, so it's a massive project that I'm going to be working on. I think there's going to be other projects like the sleep one, which might be a 10-week thing, but this is something that I hope I can do it ongoing, because I think a lot of people can benefit from this. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to be turning back to the media. and I'm going to be using, say, speeches from various shows like Doctor Who, like Star Trek, maybe even films like Star Wars and various other things. And I'll be cherry picking various speeches and phrases and various other things, and I want to be able to get a positive inspirational meaning out of them and share that with the audience. So things, maybe say stuff about war that you might not think relates to positive mental health, but it really does if you interpret it and dig deep enough. Yeah, dig enough. Okay, yeah, see, that was the thing I was on about on my last live stream. Because of my teeth here, sometimes my F's turn into TH. So, yeah, fun, or thun. So, yeah, what I am asking for in regard to this announcement is what I'll be doing, maybe, say, every month. And sorry about the camera keep nudging, I really can't help that. So maybe every month. The first one, it most likely will be end of March. What I'll be doing the draw when the actual video is being posted. I'll be doing it on the live stream that week, so please watch out for that. Again, subscribe if you want to get involved in it. I will be there's going to be a giveaway. What I want is testimonials on how Doctor Who has had a positive influence and a positive effect on your life, regardless of how big, regardless of how small. What I want is, say, it can be like 3 sentences. I'll put a link in the description for a form, and all it is a big text box in which I want 2 things: short testimonial, and however that you want us to connect, whether it be email, an email address, WhatsApp, so phone number, or however you feel comfortable getting to me. And what happened then is, once you send me that information, I'll collate it and I'll be using my 5 favorite within the actual video, my first one, that I'll be bringing out in my new project. Now, out of those 5, I'll be picking a winner at random. I'll literally be numbering these comments, and I'll be telling my wife I just want a number between 1 and 5. The winner will get a £20 Amazon voucher. I'll be getting the Amazon voucher on the day. So then what I'll be doing is using the information that you provided to me when you sent the testimony. I'll be emailing, WhatsApping, however you like, that code back to you. And all of this stuff is confidential. Now, preferably what I would like is an audio file, whether again you email me, WhatsApp, etc. If you could send a audio of you telling me this this testimony, because what I'll be doing, I'll be using a voice with a text overlay, so I need them to be clear so that anyone can understand them, and I can add it onto the video properly. If you do not feel that you can do an audio for it, just simply write out what you want me to say, and I'll get someone that I know to be able to read it out for you. And also, I don't need a name or anything, I just need the contact. And also, the thing is, within the video itself, all confidentiality will be respected. And again, this won't be a one-off thing, this is something I'm hoping to do once a month, okay? So, with that being said, I'm hoping that I've answered any questions for you from the last live stream. And, you know, it's just because, at the end of the day, it gets dark.